Are you guys all willing now to give Jared Goff a blank check after what he just did for the city of Detroit? And I know he didn't like go out there and throw for 5 touchdowns, all that, but like the conversation with him has been, hey, will you give him $40 million? We'll give him 45. Will you go to 50 for him? And that's been the conversation: is are you willing to do 50 for him? And I kind of had a little change of heart here. I typically was like, hey, $40 million, we could do some incentives. And I still think that's like the best deal you can get from him. You can do $40 million. Other guys are getting like 45, 50. I think if you do $40 million and say, hey, if you win the division again, if you win us some more playoff games, if you do this, do that, we'll get you to 50 here by the end of the year. But I thought about the $50 million, guys. I don't think it's crazy to be like, we'll give you 50 if you want it. I truly do not think so. I know it's a high number, but if you look at other contracts in the league with the salary cap going up, what he's done for this team and what he kind of means, and I think is very well known now, like, can you win without him? Depends on who you get at quarterback. But I think the conversation always was like, are you going to get rid of guys? Like, if you, I think you can keep guys and get them $50 million.
That's what
I truly think you can keep everyone and keep Jared Goff for $50 million.
To me, it's all about whatever number still allows them to invest in their offensive line. Even you could say their weapons too, but I really just think the offensive line is the most important part of Jared Goff's game that he needs to realize is important for him to play his best.
Yeah.
Like last night when he didn't get any pressure, he was 22 of 22.
Yep. 81.5 completion percentage.
It's insane, and that's on the entire. So when he got pressure, he didn't complete them. It's what that's how valuable the offensive line. When he has time, he's now proven he makes smart decisions. He's accurate with the ball, and he can manage a complicated, innovative offense. Actually, 2 different ones. Actually, you could actually talk multiple ones because he had 3 or 4 different offensive coordinators in Los Angeles under McVay because he kept firing and hiring people. So he's proven everything. But if he's self-aware, and I think he is, he needs to take whatever number is the most that he deserves, but the least to allow them to invest in their offensive line, if that makes sense. And if you can get him a contract that's that includes incentives like making it to the Super Bowl, winning MVP, winning a Super Bowl that gets it into the elite quarterback category with those incentives, do that. But if he gets paid too much where you have holes in your offensive line, you don't have depth in your offensive line, that's where it's a problem.
But my thought too as well is with it is like, hey, if you don't want to give him 50 because your excuse is you want to pay Panay, you want to pay Aiden Hutchinson, you want to pay these guys. At the end of the day, it's, hey, you're going to be able to pay those guys anyways. It's about you could pay your top guys. It's about the pieces and the depth and like you said, the full offensive line and the full running back room and the full receiving core and the full defense. The where I go with this is Brad Holmes. He can draft.
Great point.
He's proven for 3 years now. It's not like he just proven he's had one good draft class. He's had 3 great draft classes. I'm at the point to where it's like I would rather pay the guys that we have that we know we need to win, those top 5, those top 6, those main pieces, and trust Brad Holmes to keep going out there and drafting and flipping guys and flipping guys and flipping guys.
Rookie deals.
And just keep bringing rookie deals because he has not shown us he can't do it. He's one of the best in the league. His hit percentage is so high right now and for 3 straight years to where I think if he continues to do this, you're going to have guys on 4 or 5 years contracts, rookie deals, and it's going to become a long-term success. And you're going to be able to pay Jared Goff, Panay, Hutch, Kirby. Like you're going to be able to pay these guys without any issues.
Yeah, so I think another option is too, if you do want to give him $50 million per year, fine. I don't know how long the terms of the deal will be, but you can let him play out that first year on the $50 million, and then you can restructure. And I think he'll be willing to come to the table and want to restructure. That way we can keep pieces on this team and continue to build and keep the pieces around him that he needs.
Do you know too what's actually really good is, like I said in the post game yesterday, him coming out and just being like, hey, I love the city of Detroit. Like, I love being here. Like, I love this. Like, what I just witnessed was the best thing I've ever seen in my career. I've never witnessed this before. And the fact that and you know what? All of you guys who were at the game and chanting Jared Goff's name, you guys all just had a part in Jared Goff taking a cheaper deal.
Yeah.
You guys all just had a part. Because he's going to look at this game. He's going to look at the win in the division. He's going to look at what he's done in Detroit and how the city just came behind him. And when he sits down in the offseason for an extension, Brad might be like, hey, here's 40 in the incentives. And typically, a couple months ago, he'd probably be like, hey, no, we're countering. We want 50. We want 55. Right now, you could say, here's 40 with incentives. He'd be like, hey, I want to stay in Detroit, man. I love this city. I want to keep winning. I don't want to leave Dan. I don't want to leave Brad. I don't want to leave these guys, and let's roll.
What I've learned...
That really could happen.
Yeah, what I think a lot of people have learned, I've learned it over the last 3 years, he grew up in California and played for all California teams, was drafted by the Rams. But he's not really a Cali, like the stereotypical Cali, Hollywood. Like, he doesn't really care to be the center of attention or in the press. Like, he honestly fits Detroit so much better. He fits Dan Campbell. There's enough personalities on the team. He's that steady, just quiet, calm, cool, collected quarterback that the team can get behind. And then you add pieces like C.D. Deuce, who's more outgoing, outspoken, Penei Sewell, things like that. He fits Detroit. And he's embracing it. Like, it's special to see the evolution of how this relationship has blossomed.
And real quick, at Shore, or however you pronounce the name there.
Atur.
Booner, STFU about cheaper deals, etc. Do you want to be elite or not? That's some real beta talk, young man. I don't know where that talk's coming from, first of all. But second of all, this is a conversation that you have in the NFL, Atur. Like, these are conversations you have. You talk about contracts. You don't walk in, no matter what someone's done for, like, you just don't walk in and say, hey, we're going to give you a max deal, Jared Goff. Here you go. Like, no, like, we're going to have a conversation about it. It's going to be 45, 50, 55, whatever it is. Yes. Did I say somewhere that he doesn't deserve a contract?
No.
Said give him a contract. Give him 50. Give him 55. But when you're building a team, welcome to having a competent front office and a competent GM. You look at all of these different details and angles of it. You don't just go, hey, here's free money. No, you have cap space, you have money you can spend, you have to use it wisely, you have to do what you can do. He's gonna be in Detroit for years to come.